Tell us it's going to be warmer soon. Questions for you, Ruth. Why is it so cold, and when on earth is it going to warm up?
I'm going to try and do my best to answer all of the above, but all I can say is I've decided there's never been a worse time to be a weather forecaster because you hate it, we don't like it. I've spent the last few weeks, months apologising for it, and if I could make it all better, I absolutely would, Charlene, I promise you that. So the question is then, what on earth is going on? And I'm going to do my very best to answer just that. And I'm going to start by pointing the finger of blame fairly and squarely at this. This is the jet stream. This ribbon of air, if you like, these white arrows are what moves our weather around. Now, there's a great big buckle in this jet stream. You can see it's down to the south of the UK, and that's allowing this cold air to flood in from the Arctic. So temperatures at the moment are about 3 or 4 degrees below the average for the time of year. And to add insult to injury, not only is it cold, but I'm sure you'll have noticed that the sunshine has packed its bags and gone and found somewhere hotter and sunnier to go. April, as Charlene said earlier, has been dull. Many words to describe it, but it's on course at the moment to be one of the dullest on record. It is the dullest since the mid-1990s. I'm sure many of us can remember that far back. And to put that into context, we've had, so far this month, just 95 hours of sunshine. That's across the UK as a whole, and that's just over half the amount of sunshine we should have had. So the question is, when on earth is all of this going to get better, and what have we got to look forward to over the next couple of days? Here are the details. So the good thing is, because we're going to end on a high, we've got about a few days of April left, and then we're into May, and the signs are of something a little bit drier, brighter, she says.
And warmer, hopefully.
That's what we want.
All right, thanks very much, Ruth.
Well, we have actually had some lovely evening sunshine out there over the last hour or so, particularly across northern parts of the UK. And it's here over the next few hours that skies will tend to remain clear. So across parts of Scotland and northern England, we're likely to see a widespread frost developing by the early hours of tomorrow morning, with temperatures dropping to around or actually just below the freezing mark, certainly in more sheltered rural spots. A little bit of a breeze developing too. Slightly milder though down across the southwest. You'll notice the clouds starting to bubble up, and we've got a batch of wet weather that's going to set you up here for a very soggy start to tomorrow morning. Now, this wet weather is going to be slow moving. It's going to be heavy, possibly thundery as well, and you'll notice the winds here picking up the pace, possibly gusting 20-30 miles an hour, so not feeling very pleasant at all. Elsewhere though, there'll be a little bit of sunshine. I think sunshine's still in rather short supply, with always a chance of a scattered squally shower falling as something of a wintry mix over the hills and mountains across Scotland. Temperatures still chilly, ranging between 8 and 9 in the north, and then possibly 12 or 13 down across the far south. As far as the start of your weekend is concerned, it's very much a case of more of the same. There's no other way of putting it. Sunshine and showers, but the temperatures starting to creep up ever so slightly slowly, and I mean ever so, because it's not going to be tropical. By the time we get to the tail end of the weekend and the start of next week, we're looking at values of around 14 or 15, which is actually where it should be.